ADCC is without a doubt regarded as the greatest submission fighting or submission grappling tournament in the world. The rule set was designed, and it's the only rule set that's designed where any grappling practitioner could come in and win. Theoretically, you know, the rules are good so that a wrestler could come in, a Sambo practitioner, a judoka, but we all know that Jiu-jitsu has reigned supreme since 1998, kicking ass and taking names at ADCC. But there are five competitors who did enter ADCC who were not Jiu-jitsu grapplers, who did win the tournament, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them. Guys, this is Ricardo Amendola here, your BJJ historian. Before we get to those five grapplers who won ADCC, if you could do me a huge favor, give me a like, give me a subscription on this YouTube channel. It means so much to me. Share it if you do, or share it if you like it, I should say. And let's get right to it, guys. There's only five competitors who have ever won ADCC who were not Jiu-Jitsu competitors. Number 5, the first ADCC champion that was a non-Jiu-Jitsu competitor was none other than Kareem Barli. Kareem was a judo and wrestling specialist. He taught at the Abu Dhabi Combat Club, and he was, you know, a very, very vicious competitor. Went in with a hard-nosed takedown game, controlling game, and was victorious back in the day. Kareem was actually a gold medalist in the ADCC in 1999 in the minus 88 kilogram division. He won that tournament, beating some tough guys. Guys like Amari Batech, guys like Renato Verissimo. He ended up going with Alexander Sashko in the finals and winning that competition. A year later, Kareem returned to ADCC and did not have the same result. He ended up clashing with none other than Ricardo Arona, and we all know that infamous match that Kareem had where him and Arona started, you know, slapping each other and turned into a little bit of a brawl. And the story goes that Kareem actually got kicked out of the tournament after that and even kicked out of the country. I also heard a rumor he was in Russia in his Speedo by the next day. So didn't leave the greatest impression at ADCC, but he was one of the first guys to win back in 1999 who was not a Jiu-Jitsu grappler. All right, guys, the second guy who won ADCC, probably one of the most well-known submission grapplers and combat fighters in the world, especially when it comes to grappling. Of course, I'm talking about Jeff the Snowman Monson. Jeff Monson is actually a two-time ADCC gold medalist. He won in 99 and also won in 2005. In 1999, he won the minus 99 kilo division, and in 2005, he went up, fought in the above 99 division, getting the gold. In 99, Jeff Monson entered ADCC. Not a lot of things were known about him at the time, and although he was representing AMC Pancration, he pretty much dominated all of his matches with Superior Wrestling, taking down legends in the Jiu-Jitsu world, guys such as Fabiano Capone, Higa Machado, Alberto Travern, and then eventually faced off against Saulo Ribeiro in the finals, where he did he did win over Saulo, getting his first ever ADCC gold medal. As I mentioned before, he returned in 2005. He actually had several attempts at ADCC gold before and after 2005, but 2005 he came back and got the gold medal once again in a higher weight division. Opening round, he fought Canadian Kareem Byron, defeated as one of his rivals, Roddy Ferguson, the judoka master, also beat Fabricio Verdum and Gabriel Gonzaga in 2005. And like we said, Monson had been training at AMC Pancration, but he pretty much used wrestling to dominate and get those victories at ADCC. Although we saw some submissions later on in his career, he was a dominant wrestler that not a lot of Jiu-Jitsu guys could deal with. All right, the third guy to win ADCC gold from a non-Jiu-Jitsu background was a Japanese competitor named Seneca Kakuta. Kakuta won the ADCC World Championship in 2001, winning in the minus 88 kilogram division. Kakuta, you know, known as a judoka, also had some submission grappling background, fought in many mixed martial arts organizations over the years in Japan, Rings and Pride and Dream and all sorts of stuff. Had some big wins in ADCC and really was kind of an unorthodox grappler that not a lot of Jiu-Jitsu guys could deal with. In 2001, Kakuta had wins over Evan Tanner, Chris Brown, Egan Inoue, and defeated Saulo Ribeiro in the finals. Kakuta returned in ADCC 2017 and faced off against none other than the legend of ADCC, Mr. Renzo Gracie, in the Legends Super Fight. And although he was defeated, Renzo did get the victory in that win in 2017 in Espoo, Finland. He put on a good show and will go down as one of the only Japanese grapplers to ever win ADCC. All right, the fourth guy to win ADCC was, somebody that came in, one of the most largest competitors in ADCC history. Of course, I'm talking about Mark Robinson. Mark, the South African, came in with not only a wrestling background, not only a sumo wrestling background, but he was also a huge power lifter that had some world records. I believe he was Guinness Book of World Records holder, and was just a massive, massive man. No one could take him down. No one could sweep him, and surely he was hard to submit as well. As I mentioned, Robinson didn't win gold until 2001. He actually tried in 2000, was defeated by the mutant Ricardo Moraes in 2000, but came back in 2001 and got that gold medal and brought the gold back home to South Africa. Robinson had wins over Victor Belfort, Rico Rodriguez, Jeff Monson, and just to name a few top-level grapplers. But again, too big, too strong. No one was able to get him in 2001, and he got that gold medal in the above 99 kilogram division. All right, guys, probably the greatest grappler to win ADCC from a non-jiu-jitsu background, and the last guy to win ADCC from a non-jiu-jitsu background was they call him the mutant, they call him the specimen, they call him the smashing machine, Mark Kerr. We all know Mark Kerr, probably one of the most famous grapplers in the entire history of ADCC. Victorious in 99, won 2000, his division and the Open in 2000, Super Fight champion in 2001, and then, eventually went and fought in the Super Fight Championship in 2003, where he was defeated by Ricardo Arona. But man, Mark Kerr was a wrestling master. Came from a very traditional wrestling background, one of the most highest level wrestlers to ever enter into the ADCC. So to give you an idea of how well Mark Kerr did, in 1999, he defeated Carlos Barreto, Josh Barnett, Ricardo Moraes, Sean Alvarez in the finals, and got the gold in ADCC in his first attempt in 1999 in the above 99 kilo division. Mark Kerr returned in 2000, and although he was, cross-training a little bit of submission grappling, the rumor is he was doing Sambo and catch wrestling. He came back to 2000, won his division, won the Open, had wins over a who's who of submission grappling talent. Josh Barnett, Higa Machado, Rico Rodriguez, Leo Vieira, Mike Van Arsdale, another wrestler, Ricardo Almeida, and then Sean Alvarez. And as we mentioned, he came back in 2001 and fought a super fight against Mario Sperry, the Zen Machine, the ADCC king at the time, and Mark Kerr defeated him. I believe it was by, not an advantage, but he had a submission attempt in their long, grueling match. He had a guillotine on Mario Sperry, so he was awarded the victory and became a super fight champion in 2001. In 2003, Mark Kerr returned to ADCC. That was after the ADCC became a biannual event, skipping the 2002 edition, went to 2003 in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And, I hate to say it, but the Mark Kerr that was the smashing machine, the champion of ADCC prior to this, did not show up. We saw an out-of-shape Kerr face off against Ricardo Arona. Ricardo Arona dominated from start to finish, took down Mark Kerr at will, and defeated the smashing machine in the 2003 championship. And that was the last time we ever saw Mark Kerr compete at ADCC, and that was the last time anyone who was, from a non-jiu-jitsu background actually won ADCC at the World Championship. All right, guys, there you have it. That's my ADCC breakdown of the 5 competitors who won ADCC at the World Championship, who come from a non-jiu-jitsu background. To recap, we got Mark Kerr, we got Mark Robinson, Seneca Kakuta, Kareem Barli, and Jeff, the Snowman Monson. Who could forget the Snowman? Who knows who will be the next grappler to win ADCC, or if we'll ever see it again, somebody from a non-jiu-jitsu background come into ADCC and win. Got to tune in to ADCC 2021 to find out for sure. I'll be watching. Hopefully I'll be commentating, and hopefully you guys will be watching too. Until next time, guys.